You say that, but it's just like when are you ever in range to Hammer of Purity people, right? That's the thing that's so weird. It's like the only time you ever go the Hammer of Purity build is if you're actually going right click Omni Knight, and now you just like have a really sick damage reduction ability, but you definitely just want to play him as a support. So it's really bizarre.
Yeah, it's true. You want to stay as far back as possible, get off like
10
multiple Heavenly
seconds
Graces,
remain.
multiple Purifications.
Well, there's the Phantom Lancer here for
5
Team Team. We
seconds.
saw it earlier today do exceptionally well against the Luna. And so far, you've got like pretty immobile heroes on the side of Infamous, right? Like Mars and Omni Knight, if they get caught out by Phantom Lancer, you can just chain them down with these illusions, burn all their mana. Pretty difficult. Luna does not deal with the Phantom Lancer well enough on her own.
Mhm. Like
Dire's
they
turn
improved
to
Mars a
bat.
little bit to deal with Phantom Lancer, I believe. Just the fact that your spear is on a 3 second lower cooldown than it used to be.
Is it 3 seconds?
3 seconds lower than it was. And a 3 second cooldown on spear.
No, yeah, no. I meant like so. It's actually it's a three. I didn't know they reduced it by that
10
much. That's pretty
seconds
wild.
remain.
At max level. So it goes from 14 like it was before
5
to 14,
seconds.
13, 12, 11. I'm pretty sure it was at 11 a couple patches ago, but don't I wouldn't be willing to bet money on that.
Okay.
I don't remember 100% clearly. It's all kind of a blur. I forget what patch we're on. I forget what year it is.
Yeah, I feel that. Feel
I don't
that.
know where I am or what my purpose is. But
You
let's keep
cast
talking
Dota,
draft
Neph.
before we
You
have
cast Dota. That is
it,
your
it
purpose.
casts it casts the Dota if it wants more
Radiant's
mate
team to
mate.
ban.
Ember Spirit ban here from Team Team. This hero got a huge buff. This was like wild to me. Ember Spirit is super strong in the mid lane now. We'll probably be seeing a lot more of that hero going forward. They nerfed the Ags slightly, but for the most part, it's
10
still very strong.
seconds.
Yeah, the major thing about that for anyone curious right now is the fact that they ended up
5
increasing the
seconds
Flame
remain.
Guard max damage threshold to 110 at the first level, and I think so increased it levels 2 and 3 as well. So that means a lot of heroes who
It
before
is
ended up doing
Dire's
80
turn.
damage or more with one of their nukes in the mid lane would end up taking off the Flame Guard instantly. Now it still applies. So not only are you not doing damage to Ember Spirit, his Flame Guard also stays on to zone you out. You can burn down creeps and whatnot, shove the lane in. Makes it much easier for him, and I think his matchup's a lot more favorable
Yeah.
most of the time.
10
Because a lot of
seconds.
times you could like dodge one spell aside of fist, but not a second, and like that second spell would pop
5
your flame guard at level
seconds.
2. But now even at level 2, like
Radiant's
like you can
turn
basically
to
keep
ban.
flame guard on for most heroes now, which is really cool.
Yeah.
They go ahead and ban the Queen of Pain counter ban with the Kunkka. I like that a lot.
Mhm.
Tidehunter still has a rough time into the Mars, so they've got to pick something here that can actually play in front of the Tidehunter from the mid
10
lane because he
seconds
needs to
remain.
reinitiate. He can't actually be the one in the front because he'll just get arenaed and then
5
not be able to do
seconds
anything.
remain.
Mhm. But, who's gonna play in front? Uh, I mean, they have ultimate last pick here on Team Infamous. We can try to snipe what Infamous is picking here, or what?
You mean what Team Team wants to pick?
Infamous is picking first.
Yeah. I mean, Team they have a lot of different options. I think they. I'm surprised we haven't seen OD yet from Team Team as an option. I think it is pretty dang strong. It can get you out of the arena as well. Um, but I don't know. I think you need a tanky hero on Team Team. We're not going to see OD this game. I'm just saying. It'd be funny. It'd be funny to see Rio as OD. It kind of depends on the mid lane though.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm happy that's not in every game now.
What is it?
Axe. I'm so
Mm.
sick of just watching Axe farm for 23 minutes then end a game.
You know what the worst thing about not seeing Axe in games
Dire's
is the
turn
fact that
to
his ultimate is his worst ability.
turn.
It was. You're right. It was actually his worst ability. All right, tiny pickup. That's interesting.
Hmm. So that's going to be alone in the mid lane playing that one. Man's got a quarry to settle.
Love the
10
I'm
quarries, dude.
seconds remain.
yeah. Last pick for Team having to play into
5
that in the
seconds.
mid lane. I don't imagine this is probably gonna be a support Viper, right?
Yes. Yeah. It'll be Mike on Viper again.
Void
Void Spirit's back.
will
He
win
did. He got a
the
lot of
tournament
damage buffs.
field today.
Hmm. So they ended up reducing the mana cost of the Aether Remnant, increasing the pull duration very slightly, and then the Astral Step ends up increasing by a. It's still level 6 damage is the same, but ends up going up by I think 50 damage each level.
Yeah,
It's
so it's 100
2
at
and 2.
max level. Yeah,
Yep, 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 yep. And then his 15 talent, he loses 15 damage and then gets 60 Aether Remnant damage. That feels worse.
60 Aether Remnant damage is quite a bit. It is a big nuke.
Yeah, but you lose 15 attack damage.
Yeah.
That feels worse. I don't know.
Well, we'll
I'm
see.
sure it's
I
fine.
think. Well, what's his other talent? I don't remember what his other talent is, but I think his other talent was too good to pass up. If I'm not
No,
mistaken.
it's mana regen.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna go the remnant damage for sure. Well, we're into
good.
the last game. We'll see how it plays out. Super excited to watch this one.
I'm a little bit disappointed. This is going to be the last one that I cast for 2 days. So it's going to be Kmart and ET tomorrow, and then us up the next day after that one. I want more Dota, but at the very least, me and you will play a couple of games after we're done with this, right? Of Atomic War.
Yeah, I was like, Dota. What? I thought we were grinding the real game.
Yeah. Very excited for the Atomic War changes.
I'm surprised all the custom lobbies aren't broken. I figured they all would be. That's how it almost always goes.
Maybe there's something wrong with it. I haven't checked yet to see if anything's broken. But enough about our custom games. We got real Dota to cast. Like you said, I'm excited as well. I think Infamous will come out on top this game. I don't know what this Omni Knight is going to do, but it's going to be things.
I actually hate this Omni Knight pick. I think this hero is still bad.
All right.
Yes, Heavenly Grace is slightly better. Gives you a little bit more strength in the late game, but I don't think it's enough. I really don't. Like, your ultimate is still a huge cooldown, and Hammer of Purity, yes, it like reduces outgoing damage by 60%, but you have to walk up and hit them on Omni Knight, which is a tall order from a support.
Easy to hit them when Degen Aura slows them 34%. Copium.
True.
30 seconds to
I
battle.
don't know. We'll see. They're a little bit lacking on stuns on the side of Infamous for sure. It's a lot of just skill shots. You're going to have to set these things up with the Lucid Beams. It helps the fact that the Spear of Mars cooldown was reduced. 3 seconds is going to make a pretty big difference in this game, I feel. Oh, no. Top lane, Sammy Boy already getting harassed here by Michael. He pings out and says, all right, guys, they got vision here.
A rolling stone.
Why wouldn't they, like, the thing is like, why pick
Victorious.
Omni Knight when you can just pick an Abaddon? Can't you just pick an Abaddon that's just, like, way better?
But then you don't have Heavenly Grace.
Yeah, but you have a Photic Shield.
All-knowing one guides me.
They're both strong dispels, but I guess the Photic Shield's cooldown is way lower. Is that what you're getting at here?
Yeah. You get 50% status resistance, bonus strength. I mean, on paper, Heavenly Grace is a very good ability. It's more of the fact that, like, Degen Aura and Guardian Angel are trash.
Guardian Angel can be good. That's hurtful.
All right, maybe I'm a little bit too rough. They're not good.
That's fair.
It's going to be Mike on this 5-position Viper like we expected. Michael playing the Hoodwink. Mars being played by Sacred in the mid lane. It's going to be Ryoya's Void Spirit versus Alone's Tiny, which we knew about. We knew that this was going to be the case.
I am happy to see Void Spirit back in the mid lane. Alone's doing a little bit better, and he has most of the last hits secured. Rhea needs to grab a couple as well. Very nice.
Brax is actually just getting ran at by Omni. This is hilarious.
Yeah, you were talking down to this hero.
I mean, as soon as Brax hits level 2 and has Kraken Shot, I don't think he's too worried.
First blood is on the ground, and we're all
What about that? Are you worried about that?
A little bit worried about that. Yeah, my bad. Mike goes down top lane. Spear Bushwhack combo is very strong.
Yeah, I think he planted a tree there to make that one happen on Sacred.
Did not catch you littering, bro.
Oh, really? Is that what they did? He, like, used the Iron Branch or whatever?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
So didn't expect to go down there into the stun as he was sitting in the middle of the lane. I think, yeah, Sacred ended up dropping that one. At least I'm fairly certain. Saw a tree disappear.
Did they change anything else about Mars? Yeah, they made his ult just a much longer cooldown. That was what it was.
Yep, 60 to 90 seconds now at the top level. They gave AA that same sort of treatment, 40 seconds to 60 seconds. So the heroes that had like really buff ultimates now just have pretty big cooldowns. It's a lot harder to spam them out. Easy to play around them in team fights and whatnot. But he's just sitting on top of this room and has been for like a full 30 seconds here.
Yeah, I saw that. Just making sure Ryoya gets it. He'll stack on his way back, though. I mean, Viper is definitely a really strong support now with the reduction in his poison attacks. It doesn't seem like a lot, but over the course of the whole lane stage, it's probably close to like 100 mana.
Yeah. It was like, what, 25 to 20 in the last patch, and now 20 to 18 now. So there's significantly less. He gets to spam out poison attack so easily. Bottom lane.
Yeah, bottom lane. Getting aggressive on Brax. Definitely feeling pretty strong here. Did lose his courier, though. That's kind of sad. Poor guy.
I think Brax gets run... Oh, the Centaur with the assist?
The one thing that's kind of sick about this Heavenly Grace is that the Anchor Smash duration just does not stick. It's only lasting for like 3 seconds on the Omni Knight. Top lane Sacred just gets burned down by Viper, and this is exactly what we're talking about. The 5 position Viper is really scary if you cannot kite this out. And I'm guessing they missed the spear, so do you not maybe just didn't have mana for spear? I don't quite know.
Didn't have mana for it. He's sitting at almost nothing. Couldn't pop his soul ring either, else he just gets finished off even quicker from that poison attack. And he is zoning Flea all the way to the opposite side of the map. Unfortunately, he doesn't have boots, so even with this point in degen or he's not able to zone.
Lane,
he's just sitting up.
More fighting. Mike trying to kite out Sacred now. He's gonna die. They do trade 1 for 1 though.
Time for a new pair of boots.
Or is this T-posing in the triangle still happening? Oh my goodness. Avalanche toss just killed him?
Yeah. 3 points to the Avalanche. He's sitting way too low on that Void Spirit there, so
He did 757 damage. What the heck?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. He just like got clicked all the way over and then just avatossed and died.
Yeah,
Wow.
they were playing around there for a little while. It ended up finishing him off. Alone does a lot of damage. You have to be careful. Any sort of hero playing close to him. He's getting. I thought he was just going to do it to him again. In fact, he's going to.
Yeah, having to max Resonant Pulse on Void Spirit feels so bad. You need Dissimulate in order to actually farm. That's like your only farming spell. So this is a rough one. Top lane, Sacred actually finds a kill onto Mike again. Mid lane, Tiny. I mean, you're not level 60 on Ryoya, so you don't have kill threat on this Tiny hero, unfortunately for him.
Yep. Top lane ends up bushwhacking up Pasami Boy, but he gets away. Oh, a lot of action happening in the laning stage here. This probably favors Infamous a little bit. I mean, they're ahead right now on TeamTeam as far as net worth goes, but you want to be playing this game as fast as possible. You don't want to go late game against Phantom Lancer. We've seen what happens twice already today.
Yeah.
Take it late against this hero.
I just am laughing watching A here on this Omni Knight just deny stack after stack, pull after into the jungle here. It's pretty funny.
Thank you.
Sal dropped on over to the Void Spirit mid lane. He does have his level 6 now, so quite a bit of damage can come in from this hero. Michael did grab a D-ward there. Yeah, he's gonna grab it. Mid lane though, can they actually go onto Alone? Jumps on in with that Astral Step and the Ink Soul to follow. The damage is actually there. They finish off the Tiny.
Unable to grab the Hoodwink though. So Tiny, not as tanky as he thinks he is, but he is working first on Blink Dagger. He doesn't have anything else. A ton of magical damage and stun slow between all these heroes. Once the Blink Dagger's online, like Grimstroke and PL are under threat, but I think the rest of them are going to be able to survive that heavy burst. Void Spirit might be forced to build like one item that gives him a little bit of HP or something like that. What's he got going out right now? Just boots. I don't know. I think he needs like another HP item. There's going to be pretty heavy punish coming out from Alone. He's rotating up to the top lane right now. He's wasting a little bit of time on the map, so his net worth is going to fall off as he makes a movement up here. If he can find the kill, it would definitely be worth it, though.
Yeah. They almost... I mean, Mike, if he was able to get on top of Sacred there, they might be able to finish off Sacred, but Michael here does actually see him. Sammy now gets eyes on the Tiny. The Avalanche and the toss comes in. He's going to be able to doppelganger, but there's the Arena trapped inside. They find the kill. Mike will get the return onto that Hoodwink, but that's the Spear cooldown actually coming in pretty big there. Finding that kill onto IX Mike as well. Double kill going to go the way of the Tiny.
Now, Alone just turns his eye to the mid lane. Hopefully he'll grab himself a rune here at the 8-minute mark. It would be absolutely amazing, but only 200 gold away from his Blink Dagger now.
A just kind of got outplayed by Flea. He stunned him up next to the Ancient camp, and as a result just got crushed by the Ancients. And Sammy just quick TP in.
Okay, another cool thing that happened right there is the fact that the Inkswell lasted half the duration, sorry, the Phantom Embrace lasted half the duration there, so it came back to Flea before he could break it off.
Oh, so it did the nuke damage right away?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Brack's gonna clean up these Ancient camps, just 3 points. Kraken Shell, 4 points in the Anchor Smash, why not? I mean, he's not playing aggressive with any points in Gush right now. We'll probably see him pick up Ravage here pretty soon as all of the jungle creeps are going to be jungle items are dropping. Give me the last one, Tumbler's Toy. Okay. He'll take that one for Tidehunter for sure. A little bit of mana. A little bit of Baby Blink to get into a decent position.
Anchor Smasher for a toss. Ravage. Speaking of toss, sorry, I was looking over here, ended up getting blown up on Sammy Boy. This is what the quick Blink Dagger is for. Before any other items, you want to get this one online. He's got the Fairy Trinket as well, so it's doing even more burst damage. He ended up doing... Oh, they're about to lose Viper as well.
Yeah, Mike caught out, taking a lot of damage. Avalanche from downtown finishes him off.
Alone just stomping this game. 5-1 right now.
He's owning on the Tiny.
No sorceries avail.
He is neck and neck with him right now on Raya, though. Still working on his Yule Scepter, needs his first real item, just sitting on 2 Nell Talismans right now. He can kill some of these other heroes. I think he have a somewhat easy time killing the Luna, but Omni Knight, Mars, Tiny, just heroes with too much HP for Spirit heroes to bring down. So that part is kind of frustrating for Raya. They could get a bunch of heroes on top of Sacred. He does die, though.
Find Sacred here. Yeah, nice smoke ink up to the top lane. Inkswell to follow. No way out on that one.
Yeah. As we'll give them a heads up that they're starting to make a rotation up here, though, so hopefully they won't lose Luna from this one. Hopefully they won't lose A. Alone needs to make his way over here.
I can't imagine he can get out of here. He's only level 5 on this Omni. He does have a lot of healing. Oh, and a great bushwhack. Actually, Alone with the Avalanche and toss. Try and turns it around. He just blows up Rioya. You need a raindrop, sir.
I mean, I don't even think a raindrop would have saved him there. He ended up taking quite a bit of damage as he was up in the air. I don't even think everything hit him by the time he got back down. That was like way too bold of a play, though. They ended up showing themselves in the top lane. They ended up getting a kill on a Mars there, then rotate down into the triangle.
Another smoke coming in. Sharpshooter comes through. Avalanche toss right on the mark. Another kill. Also, how did the toss target that specific Phantom Lancer instead of any of the
closest one?
Yeah, I know it's the closest one, but he literally blinked into the center of like 4 illusions in the Ancient camp, and it happened to toss the hero. That was nuts.
Might have just been lucky in that case. I mean, you're gonna toss Avalanche anyways, do as much damage as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
You can't get the right one. Kind of unfortunate that it happened to be the right one, though. TP's up to the top lane. We're at safe for a little while, but still more than 1,000 gold away from his Diffusal Blade here at 11 minutes into the game. Doing a great job here with this Blink Dagger. on alone. He's working on the Echo Saber now, so a little bit of extra bursting on top of heroes, extra mana regen as well.
It is so
I think
much
they
extra
need-
damage.
Yeah, they need to take the tower here. Like at this point, it's going to get a little bit too difficult for them to invade the jungle. Brax is going to do an excellent job defending it. They need to somehow blow him up, but he's got a Hood of Defiance as his first item. So Alone won't be able to do that by himself.
The good thing that they have is this Luna is farming pretty heavily again, similar to what we've seen in earlier games where this Luna gets off to a really good start. The biggest issue is going to be shutting down this PL. If Sammy's able to recover here, they're looking really strong. His Diffusal about 600 gold away roughly.
Yeah,
less than that, 400.
For Dire's middle tower.
They're smoked up here on Team. No Blink Dagger, but Brax wants to put this Ravage to good use. Has this Tumbler's Toy, which is quite funny. And Michael is going to reveal Tidehunter on the side here. Viper Strike does come out onto Omni. He's got Guardian Angel, trying to keep himself alive, but just gets bursted. No reason to commit it there.
Yeah. He swung it up. He was about to drop the one. He's like, actually, I'm mostly just dying to magical damage here.
Yeah, exactly.
This is, in fact, not going to save me. They want to put that on cooldown for 160 seconds. So, they still hold their side of the map on Team. And again, you don't want to take this late against the Phantom Lancer. He's got enough money for this Diffusal late in just a moment. Twinkled away. At that point, he starts to become a little bit of a nuisance, and then Manta Style or Sanriantra into the heart, it just becomes impossible to kill him.
Looks like they're going to smoke up again here on Infamous, and they are beelining out to the jungle. The Dire, they do get the scan off. It's just off the market. Will reveal them now, and Alone. Going to find IX Mike. Viper, actually pretty dang tanky with the double fluffy hat, but still ends up dying here to the arena. that was definitely, that was a Kobe right there. You're like, you see it.
Still, smart for them to disengage. It's pretty unfortunate they only managed to grab the position 5, who is surprisingly tanky with his 2 fluffy hats. But they are forced to get back out of that one. You don't want to run into the Tidehunter, who now has his Blink Dagger, by the way.
Ooh, Tide mid lane. Trying to get Ryoya, gets him out of there. Nice cut from that tree, and Alone. The Guardian Angel comes out, but the Soulbind, and now Sammy, he's got this Diffusal. The Ravage connects, but the status is keeping Alone alive here on the Tidehunter. Sammy cannot be pushed back, but a huge pushback once again. Brax just gets sniped. Sammy up onto the high ground. They're not here. Like, no one is here ready to fight. You had no health or mana left on this Void Spirit, and Sammy just goes down.
That was such a sick initiation to start that fight onto Infamous. Tidehunter blinked into like the perfect location of Ravage, getting on top of a hero on the tier 1 tower. But he ended up getting bushwhacked. Like, yes, he had a Kraken Shell to pop that off, but the continuous stun intervals coming out from Avalanche stopped him from actually committing that cast animation of the Ravage when it was the right time to do it. By then, when he was out of the Avalanche, everybody had already split up. Couldn't get that one off anymore, so the Ravage ended up being super awkward there. Mistook that in such a sick way. That's like your ideal team fight for Team as well, underneath your own tower with like a sick Ravage setup, but perfect location for that Avalanche to come out, just ruining Brax's initiation. And then at that point, his Blink Tag was on cooldown for 15 seconds and missed the window for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And they find Brax once again bottom. Avalanche toss comes through with the sharpshooter. They got the burst.
He was doing better than anyone else on his team for a little while. Now he's going to start to fall off. Top 3 net worth heroes all on the side of Infamous. They're up 3k gold. Luna is getting starting to get pretty big. She's pigging out.
Yeah, definitely. Another kill going the way of Alone here on this Tiny.
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
I'm not sure. I mean, the Tiny is going to start to fall off at a certain point here, but for now, until you have a little bit more HP on your heroes, people just need to get blown up. Someone needs to get back, though.
So is Brax. He needs to be very careful. Another Avatos into a sharpshooter mid, and he's just going to die. Yeah, he's going to leave. Just give up the tower. As now Mike jumps the wrong way here. A little quick toss back and a couple auto attacks there. Another kill. Now 16-7.
10-1 on Alone. Roya hasn't been participating in much of this. He's got his Yule Scepter now. It looks like he was working on that before he's ready to come join these fights. But I still think he needs something to tank up a little bit so he doesn't just get bursted by this tiny plus like one other ability. At this point, I think 1400 HP isn't nearly enough. You can look 2000 on this Void Spirit to be able to sit inside these team fights and not just get instantly eliminated. Because you're going to become the main target for this tiny otherwise.
Absolutely.
Yes, you are keeping up with this tiny in farm. You're only like 200 behind him, but his presence in these team fights are way bigger than yours, and he's not nearly as frail as you are for him to just blow up. He's sitting at 2000 HP and 12 armor already.
Yeah, and it's all just been a lot of space for the Luna, who is now, 3,000 gold ahead of more than 3,000 gold ahead of her closest enemy. And the Dragonlance Grove Bow, the best feeling on this hero, right? Like getting these two items, it just feels so strong. It's so much more difficult to get on top of this hero. The glaives, just always cleaving and breaking those blink daggers. Mid lane, they're setting up to try and push the tier 1 tower, and they do go pretty quickly with Sammy here. They have that TP that they will scout. Mars able to just go in. He misses the spear though, and now he's just stuck. The Ravage on the backside will zone out the rest of the team. I don't know if Brax was stuck. Oh, it was stuck by a bushwhack. Okay.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter comes through, does catch the Void Spirit, but they will back on out. That's a DD on the Tiny here.
That was actually a really good, like, it looked like a really silly Ravage, but it was so good. It stopped them coming back into that fight, disabling the Hoodwink and the Tiny. Like, they're able to get that initiation by the tier 1 tower if you don't commit the Ravage there.
They saw them walk towards Roche and pop that DD, so they could try and go for a kill. Riolia gonna try and find Michael. Will see a step, but he gets the ultimate off, keeping them alive alone. Able to just pop Phantom Lancer. Sammy's dead. They're all dead, Neff. Nobody on TeamTeam is gonna get out of this thing. Alone, just perfectly targeting Sammy in every fight.
Yeah, they're just gonna use this opportunity to Roshan now. They've got 40 HP a second thanks to Heavenly Grace. Luna's just able to tank this one up, and Roya can't be anywhere near that. Needs to start running for the other side of the map. Realizes Alone's coming for him. But, he didn't have Ravage up anymore. He couldn't take that team fight, and Alone, he seems to get on top of the perfect target at the start of every fight. He's playing so well in this game, man.
Yeah, 11, 1, and 4. He is absolutely crushing it.
But his fate will always.
I mean, what's a shame is they had vision of him that whole fight on TeamTeam as well. Like, regardless of them having vision, just being butchered in these team fights. Sacred trying to find Flea. Spears off though.
Spear barely off the mark there, but they might find the Viper. I think they definitely did. That was plenty of damage coming in from the Luna, who is now on her way to that butterfly. Side of the fight, they're also looking for Sammy. Alone?
Not able to get on top of him. Extra movement speed with this Yasha. Just barely manages to get away. Instead, he'll turn his eyes to Roya.
He just steals the haste rune, and now Rioya feels real sad about that one. He does have a Yules here alone. Does need to be a little bit careful. This Void Spirit can do a ton of damage.
He's not committing the haste rune because he knows Roya will dispel it immediately.
Exactly.
He's gonna wait for another toss avalanche.
Oh, the toss avalanche plus the spear. He's out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. All one will break. That's no good.
He just trapped himself.
Not popping off so hard now. He'll be able to blink out in a moment, though. Still, knew exactly how tanky he was. Just continues to fight into Roya there. They almost turned that one around.
Sammy got scouted bottom. TP broken. He's gonna have to try and just do what damage he can to Sacred. He knows there's no way out of this at all, and now the tip comes out. Wait, if you tip him, does it show which one the real PL is?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Neff?
I hope not.
Because I definitely just put like the Dota Plus like coins over the real PL.
Interesting tech. Thank you very much.
There's no way they can see that, right?
Interesting tech. Thank you very much.
Tower is under attack.
Maybe it's just a spectator thing? I don't know.
I'm testing this in a lobby after the game. We'll have to see.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Just like the
Anyhow.
fight starts and like everyone just tips the PL every couple of seconds to find the real one.
Yeah. That's ownage. That's advanced tech right there.
That is actual pay to win, baby.
Dire's bottom tower is no more.
Could have bought Dota Plus. Diamond Edition.
Sammy's
It's like
staying on the high
Lumiere.
ground here, just staring down the barrel of a Luna. You definitely can't fight into this hero. He's going to try and do what harassment damage he can with these illusions, but at least the break will stop the glaives when the glaive damage makes it to the tower. But alone, Avalanche toss back, sends Viper right into the danger zone. Let's get the Viper strike out, but will still die, as well as losing his courier in the process. A little bonus kill there. In comes the Void Spirit, though, able to take down the Aegis. They're going to buy back on the Luna. Brax, he's got Blink Ravage. They got to get this kill, right? They're too afraid to fight outside of the base. They are way too strong here.
Yeah, they need to be very careful if they commit into this fight here.
Lone's
I mean,
got a
Sacred
Shadow
just
Blade.
getting-
Oh, there's a great spear, a great Soulbind, though. They're just gonna disengage as no one wants to risk it.
Yeah. They'll be forced to get back for now as well. They don't want to commit onto the high ground like that. I mean, you jump forward, you try to disable the Luna, but she's got having the Grace on. So much status resistance between that and the Sanjin Yasha. I have a grenade now on...
I'm curious,
Just
like,
Luna.
which heroes take that. I feel like it's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that it gives you vision, I think, is the biggest thing. So maybe the Hoodwink, but Hoodwink is holding on a pig pole right now.
It's like movement speed and just like a right click. Damn, yeah, there it is. So it is gonna be on the Hoodwink.
Yeah. Make it easier to throw out acorn shots, land bushwhacks on the heroes as they try to kite into the trees.
Ooh, Michael's hunting Ryoya in the bottom lane, but he just commits both astral steps. That's just a heads up gamer move right there. He's like, guys, they're probably trying to kill me. Doesn't get caught. Still a 9k gold lead here for Infamous. I mean, they're feeling very strong. Aghanim Scepter, the next item for the Tidebringer. He's still quite far off, but will give them a lot of good D-push. Very spammable ability and a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's like throwing the spear out onto the Viper, and Ike's Mike is just gone again. Sammy Boy TP's out, doesn't want to be anywhere close to that, just move to the bottom lane, needs to farm this heart. Still doesn't even have the Sanjin Yasha completed here. I mean, we're only 24 minutes in. I'm not sure how much longer they'll have to farm at this point, though. Infamous, they seem to have most of the tools they need, and they lose Brax.
Yeah, Brax getting chased down here by Alone, and Michael, just with that, I mean, level 2 sharpshooter has the Veil and the grenade. It's actually quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. Well, they'll go up. He's working on the silver edge on the tiny, but not going to be necessary here. Get his hands on Flea. Just walking up into the tier 3 tower and 2-shots it.
They will have all the lanes cut though, so they don't have a really good... I mean, they need to like get this barracks before backdoor protection kicks in, which it should fall. I think it's going to be like another second or two. Yeah, so they will get the whole lane. Backdoor protection, there it is, will kick in, but you did lose a full lane here on the side of TeamTeam, despite, you know, Ryoya and Sammy trying to cut these side waves.
They want to be able to stall this out for another like 5-10 minutes, get this hard task done on the Phantom Lancer, then they might not be able to blow him up, but
They found Ryoya. He drops a Yules and a Remnant, and he will TP out. He will be safe. Alright, I'm curious. Did he go the Remnant down? Yeah, he went the mana regen. Okay. So I was curious. I was like, mana regen on this hero is so key. Like, but he does also have like Kaya and Essence Ring Yules, so I don't know if he actually needed it.
I'm not sure that he's expecting to go this build in this game, though.
Mike was going to go deep push top, and then Alone appeared out of nowhere and immediately rethinks that decision.
Yeah.
Sacred. Looking to find a hero here. Does see Ryoya. They did see Sacred for a moment, too. They're trying to kite out Alone, and they might be able to. The Spirit does end up connecting Alone. He just goes invis. They're going to try and just burst down the Void Spirit. Brax doesn't get the Ravage off in time. Sacred with the BKB. Just gonna TP home, I guess. There's no way that works, right? Yeah, Tidehunter is gonna have to walk his way back to base, but I don't think that's gonna be very successful. He's now surrounded by 4 heroes here on the side of Infamous. He lost Grimstroke in the mid lane as well before all that went down.
Yep, and Lumiere is trying to kill Roya right now. Just ended up committing Eclipse.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Did not manage to finish him off though. He just managed to get the Astral Step, walk right over it. So
BKB Butterfly done. Sammy needs to get back to base. He has the Sanj and Yasha done, but it's still in base. He doesn't have it yet completed. He needs to go pick this up. They're gonna try and jump the Tiny, and this is a huge kill. They managed to bring him down. Okay. Very well done. They managed to hold for a moment. neph?
we don't have the heart yet. We're not there.
A lot more restraint from Infamous right now than what we saw earlier from Beast Coast is,
Yeah.
you know, oh my gosh. Grimstroke has Axe. He literally has Brown Boots Dark Portrait. I saw this Luna illusion and I was like, I didn't know that she had a Manta, but Flea has Axe.
Yes.
This is actually a huge like pickup for him. Like the illusion does so much damage and it's magic immune.
I mean, it just have like the perfect build for your Grimstroke illusion. Whenever you see Butterfly come out, it just becomes so much more value to pick up the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah. Mike gonna get caught by the spear here from Sacred. Should die. Well, yeah, he's gonna die here. Puts out a decent chunk of damage before he does go down. No Flea caught on the backside. He doesn't have buyback. He's the one hero who can't afford to die. And the Ravage gets interrupted constantly. Lumiere pops the BKB. They fall one by one. Sammy unable to make it out as well. And that might be all she wrote here for the side of TeamTeam because they do not have the waves in a good spot. Well, wait a minute. He got the Luna illusion. Never mind. When did he get this? He cut the waves. I didn't know he got the Luna illusion during that.
Yeah, he got it off. He got it off just before he died.
Okay. Able to protect their waves then, and they will be able to hold their high ground, I guess, for just another moment. They have Roshan respawning here, Aegis, and that shard now online. Luna gonna be happy to pick that one up.
I mean, also in that team fight, Grimstroke ended up getting enough gold from the assist kill onto the Hoodwink that he would have been able to buy back there too. So, worst came to worst, he would have been able to defend the base, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to defend from this Aegis push. Again, Phantom Lancer still pretty far away from this Heart of Tarask. I think 30 minutes in the game, the farm is kind of underwhelming, and I don't think you'll have the opportunity to catch back up. You're not even halfway there yet.
Rose trying to close in on his Aghanim Scepter as well for the Void Spirit. It works really well, especially if you get the 20 talent. We already have the Resonant Pulse damage, but getting the restore time on your Astral Steps is pretty huge. So he needs this, just about 200 gold away. Might get it off the bottom wave here, just waiting for Radiant to show top, and it looks like you will see them now.
See some of them. Rest of them are smoked up. But yeah. Goes to TP back to the base, picks up the Aghanim Scepter, finally has the item he needs on Roya to be able to contribute a little bit more to the team. He needs to get on top of this Omni Knight.
Right, that's the
their goal.
That's like the ink. I mean, they got it going in heavy. They managed to take down 2 right away. The backside of the fight, Omni goes down as well. This Luna illusion is just crushing them now alone. Finally in the fight, held in place. This Luna illusion just shredding them. Tiny is nearly dead. Ryoya, if he can find this kill, he's gonna be so happy. Unable to do so, but the damage is already done. Infamous unable to hold this push alone. Does manage to make it out though, and now Mike trying to hobble away. Lumiere does have that Satanic still available, and now making it to the base. Flea needs to get out. He cannot afford to not be able to Dark Portrait here.
He already used it.
Barracks are under attack.
It is down.
Oh.
He just created an illusion. And Alone is still standing, so they're going to be able to blow up this base pretty quickly. With it in cooldown for another 16 seconds, they'll lose a second set of racks. All right, they buy back
they can go in. They're really looking for Alone. The Ink Swell gonna come through. The BKB is not available, but Alone takes down the Grimstroke. That's the one hero you gotta be careful.
Grimstroke's got to buy back here. IX needs to commit a Viper Strike onto the Luna, and Grimstroke needs to buy back. They need to somehow take down this Luna here. They can't afford to lose this last set of racks that are out of the game.
Yeah, he does have that Dark Portrait available. And Alone goes in. He's just going to try and burst him down. They get him with the Sharpshooter as well. They know that was their only chance, and now Alone saved by the Guardian Angel. Brax unable to make it back to the base, and Sammy and Roya, the only heroes that remain here. Can they bring down Lumiere? He pops the BKB, turns around here, back up to full health.
I mean, you're 13k net worth on the PL. The Luna's 29,000 net worth at the moment. So,
That's
they
it.
call GG.
GG comes out. Your one chance was with these Dark Portraits, and unfortunately, just don't hold it together for that last fight.
Yeah.
Really good play by Alone. I mean, he crushed this.
Yeah. I mean, he built first item Blink Dagger, and just went on top of these heroes, the Void Spirit and the PL again, shutting down their farm, stopping them being able to do anything. I mean, it was such a sick attempt at the end by Roy on the Void Spirit, catching the Omni Knight out. They ended up getting the Dark Portrait off, but at that point, they were just way too far behind to be able to do anything. These last couple of team fights, they were at like a 20,000 plus gold disadvantage before the game ended. There was just no way they were able to fight into them. It was too hard. Sammy didn't have that Heart of Tarask, and I think that's like the last thing they needed before they closed out the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can just look at the damage dealt, right? Like the PL does 10,000 damage this game, whereas the Grimstroke does 15, and probably half of that is just the final fight. Like, this PL never came online. He never had an opportunity to really do anything. It was just constantly being ran out by Tiny, and it's just a really, really, really well played game here from the side of Infamous.
Now, we did have a post-game interview lined up with Alone, actually. Hopefully we'll be able to pull him into the call. I did add him before. He said that he was ready to go before we did the match. Just sent him a message, but I guess this does give us a little bit of time to talk about tomorrow, the games coming up while we wait here.
Yeah, absolutely. We can absolutely do that. Neph, do you have the schedule pulled up?
Yeah, I got it right here. So tomorrow to start the day, we are going to have at 1 p.m. Undying against Hakori will be the first match to start the day. That one is bound to be good in the upper division. And then it is going to be No Ping against 4 Zoomers at 4.
That's going to be sick. Those are going to be great teams. Super excited to watch those. I mean, Undying, I think a lot of people expect to be probably one of the best teams of the tournament. They have dropped a couple games, so we know that they're not completely immortal, but Hakori has played a phenomenal tournament so far, so also really excited to see those two teams go head-to-head once again. Any idea on if we're going to be able to do the post-game interview at all?
We are. Alone just hasn't responded yet. The team manager finally just messaged me back. Just waiting on Alone to respond before we pull him in here.
Okay. Real quick, before we do that, though, I do want to give a shout out to our title sponsor, LootBet, right? So for those of you who don't know, obviously this tournament is sponsored by LootBet, and you guys can head over to bts.gg/LootBet with code BTSDota, and you can get a €200 bonus match on your first deposit, up to €200 on your first deposit. So definitely make sure to check that out. Again, links are available below the stream in a banner, but you can also, again, just go to bts.gg/lootbet for that one. Just do that while we can. Nev, what's the status? We have any idea on the interview?
Absolutely not. Still has not responded. I could try pulling him into the call, and we could just wait for him if you'd like. Maybe he'll pick up. We doing that?
I don't know about that.
All right,
one.
I got him. He's ready. Perfect.
All right, we're gonna get this all organized here.
All right, I'm throwing you under the bus, Ricky. You have no time to set up the scenes and whatnot. Alone, congratulations. How are you doing? How does it feel to take out TeamTeam, who've just formed?
Hello. It feels really good, to be honest. In the second game, I was with Hit H, and I don't know, I feel bad. But in the third game, I consume a pill, and I can play better, I think.
Game number 3, you popped off like crazy on the tiny. You just ended up going first to item blank, then kill after kill. There was a couple times like we thought that they'd end up turning things on you, that they'd finish you off. Like that one time, top rune with the haste rune,
Yeah.
rune. You ended up picking up. You held it because you figured, all right, Roy's gonna try to turn this one around on me. He'll use me the moment I pop this haste on myself. But you just held your ground and ended up blowing him up. But you played it super sick that game. Just blink dagger as fast as possible and shutting down PL, not letting him have any farm. I think you played super aggressive and amazing game number 3. I wanted to give you some kudos for that one. It was really fun to watch.
Thank you. Yeah, in the draft, I said to Axel, pick me tiny and I'm gonna win the game.
It's that easy, huh? This one's for you, Excel. Just let me have what I want. You guys don't worry about it. I got this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so confident with my picks.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have that confidence as a mid laner. Do you feel confident with this patch alone? What are you feeling so far on it?
I think this is a weird patch, to be honest. I don't know. It's a kind of lol game. I feel like a lol game. I don't know.
So the mid lane seems like kind of the exact same as it was before. Ember Spirit looks kind of good. There was the change to the water runes that heal you a little bit less, but it feels mostly the same as the last patch. It's just like an over glorified balanced one, in my opinion. Do you feel the same? Just like the same heroes you're gonna pick, or what?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe 1 or 2 picks. I mean, heroes that will be meta, like the
No.
Quob or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Quap kind of being back would be a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now your next match, I believe it is going to be, I think the losers of
I think it's no ping
no
Zoomers.
ping. Yeah, losers of no ping Zoomers. How are you feeling about that matchup?
No ping Summers?
Yeah,
It wasn't Hokori Undying?
I just checked with the admin before the match. I'm pretty sure Hokori versus Undying is going to be playing Furia in the next.
I think we're gonna win.
You guys are looking good, man.
Yeah, I mean, we are playing 2 weeks, and I think that will be a very good team, a strong team.
Yeah. I actually had you guys as my favorites to win the qualifiers for the international this year.
Thank you. I didn't play the quals.
Yeah. It was a different lineup for that one. But you did have to go through the closed qualifiers to get here, didn't you?
Yeah, we played the qual closed.
Yeah, you beat out Simply 2 based, easy stuff. You ended up losing to Furia there, but you ended up beating 2 based again, 2-0 solidly against these NA teams. NA is looking so weak right now.
East champ.
SA is just dominating us right now. It's a little bit depressing as a North American Dota player, but it is awesome to see you guys just stomping game after game.
Yeah, I think North America. I don't know. It's weird.
Quick question for you: of no ping and 4 Zoomers, is there one of the teams you would rather play, or are you guys confident enough against both?
Personally, I want to play against 4 Zoomers and eliminate them.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's what I wanted. That's good stuff.
That's spicy. Yeah,
take another NA team off the list. There you go.
I've got one other question for you. Even though playing against 4 Zoomers means you're forced to play on high ping for the majority of the matches, do you prefer playing on US East, or do you like going back and forth between like Peru, Brazil sort of thing?
I'm sure that if we play in Peru, we're gonna win all games. But Peruvians are comfort playing with 100 ping because we play all days with 100 ping and things like that. So we don't have a preference, to be honest.
It's something you're just kind of accustomed to. Like you're kind of used to the ping.
Oh, what? Sorry. People was talking to
No, it's just something you're kind of used to the ping at this point almost.
No.
No? You get used to it, or?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
Yeah, I think you cut out a little bit there as well. I've got one more question. You seem to be like you've been playing super well in a lot of these mid laners. On strength ones, you've really been popping off. Like your Kunkka, I really enjoyed watching. You built up an Orchid at the start of one of the the first game here against Sammy Boy's Morphling. Ended up
Oh yeah.
punishing them super hard for that one. What was the logic behind the Orchid pickup?
I mean, there's a Quop
Mhm.
who is forced to go Yules or BKB.
He didn't go
But
either. I was so surprised
yeah,
by that.
this guy go Mage Slayer,
Yeah.
and I was like, what the fuck?
we were both sitting there, we're like, dude, everyone's countered by this by this one Orchid. Like, no one can get away now. It
Yeah,
was
I think
super weird.
Roy was going for like a meme though. He was trying to get like a bunch of hero healing with his 20. I think is what he was trying to do, and then just try to be unkillable. But you guys ended up just owning them too hard before he got there.
Yeah, I think that first game Michael played really good.
Oh, absolutely. He just kept on getting on top of people with the blink dagger. Like that was the main form of initiation from you guys. Those shackle shots were so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all the questions I have. Ricky, do you have anything else before we give him a chance to give some shout outs to his teams and his friends at home and teammates?
No, I'm all down for the shout outs. To go ahead,
All right.
stage is yours, sir. Feel free to say whatever you'd like. I mean, appropriately, I guess, but
appropriate. We don't want to get fired.
Thank you guys. Good night.
All right. Have a good one,
you
sir.
so
Congratulations.
And
Thanks
thank you so much for joining
us.
us. It's a pleasure to watch you, man.
I'm kind of shy. I'm sorry.
No
That's
problem.
okay. There's a lot of
Shout
people
out to my
watching.
mom.
There you go, dude. There you go.
There we go. I love this guy. Respect your parents, everybody.
All
Bye.
right. Have a good
Bye-bye
night.
alone. Mhm.
Some fantastic series. And yeah, what do you think, man? Like, first day of playoffs, first day on the patch, anything like what really stood out to you? Is there anything particular that you're like, man, this was nuts?
Sand King.
Okay, Sand King. Yeah.
Sand King. Yeah, that AoE 800 AoE Sandstorm, especially if you get 25 and they're forced 50% slow, 40% slow, 40% mischance inside the AoE. Like you can't just take a fight around it. You can set it up a lot like you can a Monkey King ultimate. It just feels impossible to deal with. You put that under a tower and you're just owned.
Yeah, I feel that. I understand. I think I'm excited to see other teams try this Tinker out as well. I don't think it needs to be a mid laner. I think it is very flexible, but I mean, we saw Whisper this morning absolutely crush on this hero. So it'll be interesting to see what types of heroes start to pop out here. Some more standouts. It looks like a lot of the main carries are kind of the same. Like for the most part, a lot of the same core heroes that we're going to be seeing in a lot of the games. But that's going to do it for us here tonight, everyone. So I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. And of course, a big shout out to both Mate and Loopbet for sponsoring the Americas. And of course, to Beyond Summit for having us on. But we're going to call it a night and we will be back. Well, we will. Neph and I won't, but Kmart and ET will be back here tomorrow to cast day 2 of these playoffs. And then Neph and I will return the day after. So we will see y'all then. Have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for tuning in.